We now live in a world heavily relied on technology, and similar with all things, it comes with its pros and cons. With everything progressing towards the path of technology, our attention also shifts. In the earlier days, people used to find enjoyment and fun in the mundane, but now, all of our attention can only be found consumed in one place: technology. So over the last few months, with the help of being locked down inside my own home, I found myself being addicted to social media. I would subconsciously pick up my phone, tap into Instagram, and just mindlessly scroll through it. It somehow became a second nature or a habit, I would say, to just tap into social media every now and then and just mindlessly scroll through it. And soon enough, I realized I was constantly being distracted and I couldn't really focus on the things that truly matter. It was like consuming empty carbs. It was never enough. And so, this is my experience of quitting social media for 30 days. I knew that this challenge wasn't going to be easy. And so, I started my plan. I got rid of all distractions from the two main sources that I knew of: my phone and laptop. Alright, so I'm currently adding all the social media pages to this site where I can block all the social media pages. Alright, so now let's give it a try. I'll type in Instagram. Forget about it. You put Instagram in your blog site, it's probably there for a reason. You bet. Okay, so you're about to see me from the first week of this challenge. But before that, I gotta warn you, this was before I got a haircut. But just keep in mind that the person you're about to see is really me. Alright, so it has been 1 week since I first started this challenge of this 30-day social media detox. And so far it has been pretty good. One of the changes that I can pinpoint to right now is the amount of time. So with this large amount of time available, I noticed myself attempting to fill out these empty spaces of time with other sources of dopamine. And one of the things that have been filling out this chunk of time on my hands is the Olympics. Let's go! It in a way filled up my time that I would usually spend on social media. And I'm not sure if this is coincidence, but having the Olympics held this month definitely made the first week surprisingly easy. And although I fill my time watching the Olympics, I still found my hands subconsciously switching on the phone and searching for Instagram. But of course, it wasn't there. The temptation to end this challenge rapidly grew during the second week. Facebook and Instagram were bombarding my mailbox with emails and notifications. Emails were sent telling me about my unread messages, friend requests, and tag photos. Look at this. Not sure if you can look at this. Alright, so I just realized you guys can't see anything, so let me retake this shot for you guys. It says, you have 6 unread messages. You also have 16 likes and 3 followers which you have probably not yet seen. And I'm not gonna lie, this actually stirred up the fear of missing out in me. I started thinking about the messages that I'm missing out on. The cool, fun, exciting life my friends are posting about and the likes, the comments that were going on. This happened to be one of the most tempting moments. But I managed to push through as I didn't want failure to be an option. And this experience became one of the biggest eye-openers when I was at the near end of this challenge. Alright, so at this point you might be thinking, I have only been sharing about my challenges and obstacles, but what about the good side of things? Is there any benefit that I have gotten up to this point? And I'm going to share it with you right now. Throughout the second and third week, I felt something being lifted for me. I'm not sure what it is, but my best guess is the mental pressure that I have been facing. My gosh, it's starting to rain. Not sure if you guys can hear me clearly now, but I actually feel quite relieved. I'm not sure how to describe this feeling. It's undescribable. I'm not sure how is it really giving me a feeling of relief, but I know it's there. I feel relief. I feel something off my shoulder. Yeah, not sure, but just feel really relieved, and I really like this feeling. After pondering and thinking, I realized that ever since I have been posting on this platform, I have felt a significant rise in my mental pressure. I would always think about what others would think of me, And that is probably the biggest reason as to why it felt so liberating when being off social media. I also continued to receive emails reminding me that I need social media to live, but I was already getting used to it. I got through the third week relatively easy. I also learned and was opened up to something really important. Alright. So I just received another notification from Facebook 30 minutes ago, I think. Irrelevant fact, but yeah, I just received another notification from Facebook, and this has in a way awakened my inner self, or just woke me up. And I realized throughout this past few weeks where I've been doing this social media detox, I realized how much notifications Instagram and Facebook are sending me. During my second week or my first week, I would say I really had the fear of missing out. A lot of things which the social media did right to lure me back into going back to social media. But at the third week, I already started to got immune to all these notifications. Now I'm almost at the end of this challenge, and it has made me realize one thing. Social media are desperate and they are craving for your attention. When you come to think about it, social media is in a way selling your attention to the advertisers. I believe social media will definitely improve on making their social media platforms more addictive. If social media platforms are not addictive enough for us, then something is not right with the social media company. I don't think there's a better way to put this, but social media is earning their revenue through us wasting our time on their platform, which they designed to be addicting. I personally feel like I have gained a lot, not only from the relief that being off social media brought me, but also the understanding, the experience, the knowledge that I got from my experience. I feel like this 30 days, not 30 days, now it's still 25. I feel like this 25 days until now has really been an eye-opener for me. Social media are just getting addictive, and you can't deny that TikTok is making people scroll countless of hours every single day. And every video is just, I'm not sure, I don't have TikTok, but every video I think is just 15-20 seconds. I just feel like it's insane how social media is controlling our life. By the way, I'm so unprepared. Not sure if I could have worded anything better. The fourth and final week was almost similar to week 3, except for the last few days of this challenge. I experienced a decreased motivation towards my challenge. It was somehow like the term senioritis. Okay, so it's the last day of this 30 days social media detox. And to be honest, during these last few days of this challenge, I was experiencing decreased motivation towards this challenge. I was in a way being tempted to go back to social media, and I'm gonna be completely open and honest and tell you guys that I actually did tap into social media, but I didn't look at the notifications that were there. I didn't open any messages or notifications. But it was just really tempting, and my hands were itching to get back on social media. My motivation for this challenge over these past few days have seen I wouldn't say massive, but have seen a decrease. So yeah, today is the last day, and I can't wait to see what messages I missed out on, or what notifications that I missed out on, Alright, so it's been more than a week since I completed this 3-day social media detox. So, did I miss out on anything? No would be me lying. I definitely missed out on some stuff. Birthdays, some of my friends' posts and notifications, some messages and whatnot. But at the end of the day, I would say that those things that I missed out on were quite frankly unimportant, in the sense that my life can still go on without having to check my messages and stuff like that. But yeah, I gotta say that it definitely feels great to see updates of my friends' life, what they're selling and whatnot, stuff like that. But in terms of how frequently I was using social media before this social media detox challenge happened, it was definitely unnecessary to be opening Instagram every hour or every 30 minutes or so. I feel like there's definitely a sweet spot that we can find, that we can get comfortable with. I feel like for myself, I think opening social media once every 2 or 3 days is fine. I definitely wouldn't miss out anything, but in the same time, I wouldn't get super addicted to social media to a point where I'm opening the app every hour or so. Alright, so I just realized that I didn't thank you guys for watching my video. So if you guys are still here, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.